Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Now, I need to make it very clear everything I'm about to say is my opinion, and it's very strong opinion, but it is not financial advice. Please do your own research, and I would highly recommend only putting in money that you can afford to lose. Now, that being said, in my opinion, the best trade that anyone can put on right now is stacking XRP and maybe dollar cost average out after the SEC announcement. Win or lose, I don't see a downside. I really don't. And I'm going to give you two real strong reasons of why I don't believe there's a downside. That's the worst case scenario. There's an upside if we lose, and there's a huge upside if we win. Now, again, not financial advice, but it's going to make sense when you hear me out. Now, I got to give a big shout out to Cowboy.Crypto on Twitter. He posted this video. It comes straight from Brad, and everyone needs to understand this, and I 100% agree with what Brad is about to say.
Is today, when the SEC sued Ripple, basically every exchange in the United States either halted trading of XRP or delisted XRP. So for all intents and purposes, XRP does not have liquidity in the United States. Ripple as a company, we have grown gangbusters over the last 2 years, but we've signed hundreds of new contracts with financial institutions globally. And, very, very few here in the United States, because in the United States, most financial institutions will say, hey, let's wait and see what happens here. So when people ask me what happens if we lose, I'm already operating as if I lost, right? The XRP doesn't trade in the United States. It can't get worse, right? So, look, it is kind of funny. It's also like what the problem is with, having a regulator who, in this case, they're kind of being a bully. And they're the reason why they're able to get a lot of settlements is because people don't have the financial resources, the commitment to really fight it. And would we be in a better position now had we tried, been more flexible in settling way back when? Maybe, but the whole industry would be in a worse place.
Guys, I 100% agree with everything he just said. And whether you own XRP or like XRP, or you like Brad, is irrelevant. In my opinion, everyone owes a bit of gratitude to Ripple and Brad and the whole XRP clan, because guys, they're not just fighting for themselves, they're fighting for the entire crypto market. Because in my opinion, the U.S. government has weaponized the SEC not only against Ripple, but against all of us, and we should all back Ripple, because it is going to be a huge difference of what crypto is going to look like in the future if they lose. And not everyone has the $100 million to fight like Brad and them have been spending, and we owe them a lot of gratitude. I truly believe that. Now, that's the first reason. Exactly what he said. There's no downside, guys. The token has fallen. They're still doing everything outside of America for the most part, unless you're pretty savvy. You don't know how to buy XRP in America. Outside of some crazy law like Americans can't own XRP or something, I don't see a downside. Worst case scenario, it still trades about where it is. But even if that's the case, it's going to pump because it's over. Everyone is going to be, everyone's going to know about it. Everyone's going to be talking about it. They already are. It is the spotlight token for the most part. There is Ripple XRP news out every single day. So think about what's going to happen, win or lose. It's going to pump. Now, the biggest reason, in my opinion, that it's still going to pump on the downside is because the XRP army. Guys, it's a massive clan, and it's like Mark Cuban said, get long and get loud. Well, the XRP clan does that. So if they lose, they are still going to get long and loud. And I truly believe that it just frees XRP and Ripple up to go do their thing, right? And they'll have regulatory clarity around the world, right? Just that should pump that token. And then once it pumps even a little, and you got the XRP army behind them, there's going to be FOMO. And guys, that's the downside. That's if they lose. And the worst case is that, okay, XRP sticks around where it is or only pumps a little. That's the worst case. And they just stay out of America. In my opinion, again, not financial advice, that's the worst case scenario. The upside is they win, which I truly believe they will and they should. But again, they've they're fighting the crooked U.S. government that has an agenda, whatever that agenda is. But the upside, guys, if they win, first of all the cryptos should be appreciative, and heck, people that don't even care about trying to invest in XRP help to buy some of the tokens just to show their appreciation, in my opinion. But outside of that, guys, you're going to have the XRP army go absolutely livid. Like one thing I noticed like a week ago when XRP pumped just for the a couple of days, all these influencers came out of nowhere that I had never seen, that has been dormant, but because XRP started pumping, all of a sudden they just started making all these videos. So it just shows the force. I can only imagine the force of the XRP army after that court case. And not only is it going to be the XRP army, it's going to be the new believers. It's going to be the FOMO nation that basically comes in, because that thing is going to pump, and it's going to be on CNN. It's going to be in all the articles. It's going to be on CNBC. It's going to be on the stock channel. It is going to be everywhere. They're going to be interviewing Brad and those guys all over the world. I mean, it is going to be massive. Now, being that we are in an extreme bear market, yes, it might not pump like we think. It may only take out its old high. I personally believe it's going to be changing gears when it takes out its old high. If we're in a bull market at that time, and like let's say Bitcoin's making new highs when it hits, it's going to go to $5, $10, and then we'll figure it out from there and revisit it. Now, for me, I'm looking at it as a swing trade. I'm stacking right now, and I'm going to start selling into that pump. Now, I don't know if I'm going to sell the next day, a week later, 2 months later, but I will start dollar cost averaging out of that pump, because I really don't know until it hits, the announcement comes out, what that's going to look like. But my thought process is it may pump so hard immediately that I might try to capture that immediate pump, and it will pull back, uh, reorganize and run again, and reorganize and run again, probably. So that initial spike could just be, a 10x like that. And then I might start day trading it. Who knows? All I'm trying to say, and again, not financial advice, is this is the best swing trade option there is. Some people will be like, hey, I'm never selling my XRP. Hey, to each his own. All I know is in crypto, when you get, a massive pump, take those profits, guys. I highly recommend it. But again, not financial advice. Now, that's all I got for you guys. I've been doing a lot of research on Ripple and XRP. There's a lot of misinformation, so I've been trying to clear between Ripple and XRP. I just did a video, and I'll leave a link down below. It is the title is Ripple XRP plans to unlock 27 trillion in Nostro banking accounts. It's basically ODL misinformation explained. And so check the link down below, guys. It's very informative, and it's kind of ironic, and I'm really glad I made that video, because I'll just go ahead and tell you, one of my biggest concerns of owning XRP is I didn't like the setup for ODL, because initially XRP, the banks were going to have to buy XRP to set up an account and do cross-border payments. Well, that wasn't working too well, and it may have something to do with the SEC litigation, but they changed that. And when they created the ODL, basically that is a money maker for Ripple. And this is all positive, but I didn't think it was at first. But here's the thing, guys. They have their escrow that they set up for all the banks to borrow. They loan that out, and then they charge them like 3 different ways. It is a genius setup. But here's the thing. See, I was worried about, I didn't like the fact that the banks didn't have to buy in the open market. That really bothered me. And then I was always saying, look, Ripple's going to dump on any massive pump. Well, here's what I think now. 100% changed my mind. Ripple needs that escrow account. That is where they make their money. And yes, they have, 52 billion tokens in it right now. But guys, if they're doing trillions of dollars, they're not going to be able to unload much of that. So my thoughts are they literally cut the supply in half, because they're not going to dump. Now, they may, when it runs to $5, $10 or whatever, yeah, they're probably going to dump some. But guys, they've got to keep their nest egg big. So I'm more bullish now, and that's why you've probably, if you've followed me at all, you're seeing more XRP videos, because guys, my negatives, by going down the rabbit hole, I looked at ODL 100% negative. Now I look at it as a positive, and it's got me really excited. Now, I also think, I don't think, this is just my personal thoughts, I also don't think that, Ripple is just going, in the long term, even if it rallies to $5, $10, $20, I don't know, it's going to be volatile. And here's my thought process. Let's fast forward, say 5 or 10 years. I don't know. But there'll come a time, if Ripple has been kind of dumping and making money, right, with their escrow, dumping it onto the market, I'm guessing it's going to kind of set a floor, because they're going to replace it, right? They're absolutely going to replace it. So, yes, if, let's just say right in the next 2 years, it runs to $10, I wouldn't be surprised if Ripple doesn't, sell a lot of it, put that money in the bank. But then when it pulls back, and just like every single crypto, we'll have another bear market and another winter. Well, then they can come in and buy it. But you'll know, if their escrow account is getting low, it's time to stack, and we'll just ride them. We'll know, we'll do what they do. If Ripple starts dumping, we'll dump with them. That's my plan. And if they start buying, we'll buy with them. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm really glad I made that ODL video. It's changed the way I look at everything. And also, Ripple, guys, is a world beater corporation. And if you are an accredited investor, I truly believe that when Ripple has an IPO and they go public, it's going to be one of probably the top 10, stock events in history. I think Wall Street is going to just absolutely explode, and so is the retail customer. Everyone's going to want a piece of Ripple, because fast forward 5, 10, 20 years from now, Ripple, in my opinion, is going to be kind of like an Amazon or a Google. Brad probably be on the Forbes top 100 list. There's no telling. Ripple, the company, is massive, and I don't know how far that token will go, the XRP token, but it is going to run with it to a certain degree. What that degree is, I don't know. All I know is I'm a lot more bullish than I was before I made my last XRP video. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Go ahead and hit that notification. And we want you to be part of this community. We really do. And my community is growing. And one thing I really love is a good debate. And the feedback from my community as it grows is immense. And I like it. And I'm finding a lot of good projects that I wasn't aware of. And I do appreciate your feedback, guys. Any good project you have. And if you ever hear me misspeak and it matters, right? I don't need you to correct my goofy statements, but if I am misinformed about something I talk about, always let me know, because I don't have to be right, but I do want to be correct in my thinking so I can make an informed decisions, and that's what I want to share with you guys. That being said, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I want you to come back, be part of this community. Take care. And remember, not financial advice.